What's going on, guys? We have Sting versus Undertaker, WrestleMania 32. Huge news on all the rumors and speculation that is surrounding the internet today. My name is Ango. You guys can find my content on youtube.com/AngoYT. For those who have been asking and wondering, I provide news videos here on Tony Pizza Guy's channel, basically to help him out while he is out filming his documentary, Marks It's Still Real to Me. So if you guys didn't know, Tony experienced WrestleMania 31 and was able to start filming for his new documentary, and the process and everything for the documentary is coming along. Lots of footage, lots of cool things, guys. I want you guys to all stay in tune with this this new project of his. But if you guys also want to be entertained, youtube.com/WeCaptureTheFrag. Tony's channel is a very good place for the WWE games. If you guys like WWE news and rumors and good stuff like that, youtube.com/AngoYT is my channel. So today I want to talk to you guys about Sting versus The Undertaker, because a lot of people have been talking about this for a very long time. But the biggest thing about this is essentially Sting and Undertaker have been spotted at the airport, right? And this, of course, obviously led to speculation on the internet. But now many sources are saying that WWE is ready to book the match, and it's been their plan all along since bringing Triple H and Sting's match to WrestleMania 31, as well as Undertaker's and Bray Wyatt's. So the first order of business is why WWE didn't book it this year. And the idea was that WWE did not feel comfortable putting Sting in the position to verse The Undertaker in a match when Undertaker has just come off the loss against Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. So WWE did not feel comfortable to put them in the position to put them in such a high marquee match when Undertaker already has lost his first ever WrestleMania match. The idea was to put Undertaker in a match where he could win, look good while doing so, and then also having Sting do the job to Triple H. Obviously, because they needed to conclude the Monday Night Wars, and WWE needed to be put over against WCW. If obviously Sting were to win, the WCW brand, which hasn't existed in several years, it would have been to the point where WCW would have been getting recognition, and they no longer exist. So WWE was very skeptical of actually having Sting go over in a match like this, and I'm pretty sure that will be the same result for WrestleMania 32. Now, this has been a match that a lot of people have been talking about, but ever since WrestleMania 30, WWE has, according to these sources, has wanted to bring Sting and Undertaker depending on both guys' health. Nobody knew whether or not Sting and Undertaker were actually going to have a match until after WrestleMania 31, when WWE officials were said to be very happy with the match quality of both guys and how they were able to put on a great show and a great event. And this is exciting news, guys. We've all seen the images of them together, at the airport, and it's actually very interesting because I think a lot of people want to know what they've talked about, but I think the biggest thing would actually be whether or not those two guys, I wonder if they actually have, that discussion, right? Whether or not they're going to have this match. But according to the sources seem to be pretty accurate when it comes to big news and rumors. It does seem like this match will eventually happen at WrestleMania 32. It's both in their hometown. It will be a double retirement match. Both of them would go into the Hall of Fame, obviously with The Undertaker headlining. I don't see WWE having WCW star headlining their Hall of Fame, but granted, that could happen. I think it's happened before, but it's definitely one of those things, guys. With Sting and Undertaker, there has been so much history behind it. And honestly, I'm already getting the feeling, both guys, I think a lot of people think they're not going to succeed when they have a match together. But after watching them both have their matches with Bray Wyatt and Triple H, there is no doubt in my mind these guys could pull off a great match. And the reason why I say that is because Sting, who wrestled in TNA, wrestled with a shirt, let alone, he barely moved. They had him versus EC3. They had him lose to EC3. He had a match with Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy's match, that match was garbage. You know what I mean? And it's like TNA did not utilize Sting the right way. And WWE should obviously not mention TNA and should not, give them credit to anything, because Sting is the reason why Sting is popular. It wasn't because of a promotion. Sting did everything that he could to make his gimmick popular, and that's why the WWE Universe loves Sting. Sting and Triple H had a great match. Having DX and NWO was crazy, but at the end of the day, You know, I think it turns off to be a really good moment when you see Triple H actually shake hands with Sting, because this is something that we've wanted to see for such a long time, and we've never seen Sting in a WWE ring, let alone at a WrestleMania. And, you know, they had Sting at the Raw post-show, and he was talking about how if he's going to wrestle, it's basically all depending on whether or not WWE will give him those opportunities. Originally, when WWE first wanted to bring Sting in, they only wanted him to do a one-off, you know, one match and then have him stay in the WWE as like an authority figure, right? Obviously, with Seth Rollins winning the belt and the authority even looking a lot stronger now with Big Show winning the Battle Royal and all these things going on, the idea is to still keep the authority around, and it's a very, very big possibility that WWE did this with basically just knowing they wanted to see how the reactions would be for both guys and how WWE Universe would respond to Sting losing. Because Sting might be that guy that has to lose twice. You know what I mean? It's took him 14 years, but WWE may not put Sting over against against Undertaker at WrestleMania 32, and that is something a lot of people have to be prepared for. That, you know, if you're watching this match to be impressed by Sting and Undertaker and to see Undertaker lose, chances are Undertaker's not going to have a second loss on the streak. You know what I mean? He lost once. I don't think it'll happen again, let alone to a guy that's from WCW. At the end of the day, WWE would feel like it devalues the entire meaning of the streak. And that was the biggest reason as to why Sting couldn't verse Triple H this year, or couldn't verse The Undertaker. He had to verse Triple H because if he takes a loss to Triple H, he can take a loss because the DX got involved, you know? Instead of the NWO, DX got involved, and it was a dirty finish. And that's obviously the biggest issue, is people don't want to see Sting, you know, and this is the big concern going into WrestleMania 32 is, but people don't want to see Sting lose and people don't want to see Undertaker lose. How do you pick a side? Who's babyface? Who's heel? Do you just do two baby faces having that respectable match because it's been a fantasy match? Sometimes fantasies are supposed to be fantasies and that's it. Sometimes they're not really supposed to come out to fruition. And I think WWE has realized that going forward, that it's going to be very, very difficult for them to actually put this match together. But they do want to do it. They realize it's going to be like Mayweather and Pacquiao, but for pro wrestling. It's a very, very big match that people have wanted to see for so long, and it's yet to happen. And Sting has been open to wrestling more. He is open to having more matches, and I think that is exactly what needs to happen. Now, the same sources that are reporting this have also reported that John Cena is a huge front runner if Undertaker, for some reason, is not able to go. Or if Sting is not able to go, then John Cena would have a match with one or the other. So if Sting can't, let's say, you know, health-wise and stuff, WWE would love to put John Cena in a match with Undertaker. Or if Undertaker health-wise cannot compete, WrestleMania 32, John Cena versus Sting is also a huge possibility. And the idea because of that is because John Cena is basically the biggest WWE star in a very, very, very long time. If not, he may be one of the biggest ever. He's definitely in line with the Stone Colds and The Rock and Hulk Hogan. You know what I mean? So if you disagree with that, I mean, you should really check the numbers and see the statistics. John Cena has granted more wishes as a company man for Make-A-Wish, which is very, very respectable. But John Cena has also won more championships than anybody. He's sold the most merchandise. He's a huge headliner. I mean, they literally have to refund tickets at house events if John Cena's not there because people feel like they got cheated out when John Cena's advertised and he's not there. So, I mean, having John Cena versus Sting or The Undertaker at WrestleMania 32 would be very, very unique. I think WWE would be more suitable to have, you know, Undertaker and Sting go at it. I think that's what the people want and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, even though that is the plan right now, things can always change. People are saying that Undertaker, you know, walked out of the match with Bray Wyatt, and I, you know, the big thing that everybody has to remember is Bray Wyatt was injured still going into the match, and the match was still a great match, you know what I mean? So having a situation like that, I feel like a lot of people realize that Undertaker still has one more left in him, and I think if we see Undertaker at WrestleMania 32, I'm pretty sure we can say that Undertaker at WrestleMania 32 will be a very, very big deal. It's his home state. Obviously, you know, his gimmick and everything that it represents. I mean, I think they would go all out for The Undertaker. And, of course, with Sting in that mix, you know, a lot of people say WWE will never have another superstar come from the rafters. But, you know, a lot of things they say in the business, never say never. And I think I'm starting to think that WWE would pull off something really, really big for Sting, just so he can truly have his one moment. You know what I mean? He had his WrestleMania moment, but he's never had that one memorable, serious, amazing, incredible moment for 20 million years to come by. You know what I mean? And I think that's something that he can create, but only between the two, Sting and The Undertaker. So a lot of big stuff happening, guys. But Sting versus Undertaker, WrestleMania 32, so much potential. If it's the main event, whether or not it is, we don't know. But it is in plans. It's in the discussion, and WWE would like to do it. So let me know what you guys think down below. YouTube.com/AngleYT. Come check out my channel for more pro wrestling news. Thanks, guys, for watching.